Jasmine. I'm head of early years. I'm a teacher, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and like everybody in this room, I was once 6 years old. A year and a half ago, my husband and I decided to move back to Australia. We had the boxes packed, we were ready to go, and thought, okay, I've got to do some planning. So I'm enrolled in a school, I've got Scouts group organised, I've got ballet lessons set up, and then I thought, what else is going to make my life easier? So I got on the App Store, and there were apps for local libraries, there were apps for local transport, there were school communicators for the schools in the neighbourhood, and then I found Park Play. Now, I have found this Kids Around Town app that told me about 850 different play spaces that use Google Maps. So if I was going to the dentist, I would go, oh, I've got 5 minutes spare. What's the closest playground? I'm just going to pop to the playground, play for 5 minutes, and then I can go to the dentist. An amazing app. I thought I'd keep going. What's more is that it had, whether it had swings, did it have a climbing wall, did it have a pond, did it have toilets, did it have a coffee shop so that you could get a caffeine hit whilst the children were playing. So I was over the moon. So I thought, okay, if I take the children out of school, it's going to take me 2 years and 33 days to visit every single playground that is in this app. So I was so excited about it that I thought, right, day one, when we get back to Australia, we're going to do it, and we're going to document it using Instagram and hashtag anewplaygroundaday. This is the first playground that I visited after I discovered the app, and the sun was shining, there was a double rainbow. I knew that it was going to be a success. Obviously, we didn't stay in Australia, but we did do 45 different playgrounds in 45 consecutive days. So we balanced, and we skated, and we sandpitted. And do note that some of them aren't necessarily structured playgrounds. The beach is a massive sandpit, and that counts for outdoor play as well. We explored tunnels, we climbed, we slid. This one in the middle, the children had been vomiting all day, and I did not want to miss my new playground a day. So once I got the laundry in, I was like, David, we have to go out now. So that one's taken in the middle of the night. So come rain, come shine, we did a new playground a day for that first 45 days. So obviously, I was spending a lot of time in playgrounds. So the first thing I noticed was, at the beginning, I was having to push my children on the swing, but then I didn't have to. I was having to hold them as they did the monkey bars, but then I didn't need to. I was like, when they were balancing on the balance beams, and I didn't need to do that either. I wasn't the one who was making up their imaginary games. I wasn't the one going, let's make this into an ice cream shop. They were the ones that had turned it into a waffle shop without me giving them that idea. They were making up their own scenarios without my input. So, my children are a lot more independent. I've got a lot more time to start looking at everybody else in my space and how they are using the playgrounds. So what I noticed was on weekdays during the day, and keeping in mind it's Australia, it's during school term, I've got grandmas and they're like, oh, be careful, don't do that, don't slow down, no, don't get that high. They're paranoid, absolutely petrified that they're going to return their grandchildren to their children with a scratch or a bump or broken. After school, we'd see lots of mums meeting other mums after the school pick-up. They're trying to run that last bit of energy out of their children before dinner, bath, homework, bedtime. On Saturday mornings, I'd see a lot of dads, rough and tumbling, and they'd be climbing up there a lot more than some of the mums. and they were giving mums time to do the groceries or sleep in or catch up on their weekly chores. And then when it came to Sunday, you saw everybody across the community using that space. You had birthday parties, you had uncles and aunts and family and friends and cousins, and that space took on another different kind of role. So with this in mind, I had to think, why do I think it's so important for me and my children to take time out and use an outdoor play space every day? Why have I decided this? And I think that it was that I want my children to be risk takers. I want my students to be risk takers. I want our children to be risk takers. I'd like to share a video with you. A colleague, Ms Jo from EY1, she shared it with me about a year ago, and the woman who's pictured in it is one of my playground idols. Please keep in mind that the language used in it isn't politically correct now, but it was at the time this film was made. Is it going to play for me?
Forgot to load it. It'll come.
This isn't the one I wanted.
Oh.
These children are handicapped, some of them severely. Some are nearly blind. Some have severe physical handicaps. On different days you can find here autistic children, spastics, the educationally subnormal. In fact, every type of handicap, mental and physical. They are learning to grow and to develop in an extraordinary new playground in London. Of all the new work which is being done in Britain today for handicapped children, nothing is more dramatic than this. And it is the creation of one remarkable woman, Marjorie Allen. Lady Allen of Hurtwood, to give her her full title, is no idle member of the aristocracy. She has built an international reputation as a propagandist for children's play and for the theory of play. Above all, she gets things done. Since her latest work on play for handicapped children is based on her earlier work on unconventional playgrounds for normal children, like this one, it's worth going back to the origins of this kind of play theory.
I'm really a landscape architect by profession, and I've always been interested in the places where people live, their environment, but especially the children, and I think they get a pretty raw deal. What do we give them in our great cities and towns? Enough with asphalt. We give them an asphalt square playground with a few pieces of mechanical equipment. And there they're expected to spend all their adolescent lives swinging backwards and forwards on a swing. It's not good enough. And it's a problem that had to be solved somehow. Well, then I had a lucky break. I got to Copenhagen in 1945, just after the Great War, and there I saw the first waste material playground in the world, and I realized in a sort of blinding flash of understanding that they'd really solved the problem, because there was the playground that had been made entirely by the children themselves. So when I got back to England, we were all determined to start them over here. The adventure playgrounds, we know them in this country today, and I think it's opened people's eyes, really, to what children really want to do in their leisure time. You see here, they can play with very dangerous tools, they can create their own houses, their own climbing frames, they can take really dangerous risks and overcome them, and above permissive atmosphere.
So did you see those children on that trampoline with no fence around it? And they're visually impaired. These are my friends, and they've got 20/20 vision, I'm pretty sure. So what I'd like to share with you is the IB learning profile here. And at Raha, these are the traits that we're looking for in our students. So we want to approach uncertainty with forethought and determination. We work independently, cooperatively to explore new ideas and innovative strategies. We're resourceful and resilient in the face of challenges and change. And that's what we can see in the playground. When we're in the classroom, you don't see teachers saying, oh, slow down there, you might make a mistake with your writing. Oh, look out, I don't know if that numeracy strategy is going to work for you. Or, I don't know, I wouldn't use that scientific experiment. I don't know if that's going to work. So why are we saying it to our children on the playground? Don't get me wrong, I'm all for safety and I'm not going to put your children in the construction site. But I do want you to be brave and say, why aren't we saying get dirtier, get messier, go faster, climb higher? Because that's what we want our teachers to do in the classroom. That's what you want us to do. That's what you are saying to your children when it comes to their academics. So if we want to take that risk-taking behaviour into the classroom, we need to give them the praise and the support to be risk-takers where it's natural to them. They're automatically doing it already. Where the reward for being a risk taker is being the one who's climbed to the top of the tower as it is. In June this year, I asked the parents in my class to hashtag a new playground a day. And maybe these are families that would have gone to playgrounds anyway. And I know that colleagues, I think that I have colleagues in South Africa and France who all hashtagged a new playground a day, and maybe they would have gone to those playgrounds anyway. But maybe if we can just get those children onto the playground for 5 minutes more than they would have before, I think that it's a really, really positive move, not just for their physical gross motor development, but also for their academic development as well. Serious blank, what is life without a little risk? So, I'd like to invite you, if you haven't already, to download Instagram and join me in hashtagging a new playground a day. It's a wonderful way of connecting with each other, and it doesn't need to be of your children, it can be of the play equipment itself, if that's something that you're nervous about. And I know that it's a real thing to be nervous about. So this is what it looks like in the App Store. And then when you take photos of new playgrounds, to hashtag a new playground a day, hashtag RAS playgrounds, because you want what's out there in the world to be inside here. And I'm so proud of the new playground that we've got on the front side of the new K-block, but also there's more to come that's still hiding behind the hoarding. So let's go outside and take some photos, hashtag a new playground a day. Come and see me if you want me to help you with Instagram or hashtagging. Okay, thank you so much everybody for joining me.